our fine vocalist. He is now the Director of Fine Arts in the Greater Lawrence, Kansas Public School System, Lewis Tilford. Welcome back, Lewis. Did you remember when this big guy up here would literally stand on the piano and straddle it? Huh? How many of you remember that? Well, he's a retired lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. He's teaching junior ROTC in Florida. Larry Lyon. He's from Oklahoma City. He has his own marketing consultation firm. One of our fine trumpet players. Welcome back, Barry Wheeler. Mr. Cool here. The Screech Man. He is a foreman. What's your official title there, Jerry? Senior engineer, inspector of a big refinery in the state of Alabama. Another one of our fine trumpet players, Jerry Spray. He is now in charge of all Yellow Page advertising in all of Southern California, and we're so glad to have him back, Jack Kiwi Land. We've got an architect from the state of California, Bill Wallace on guitar. A little sad thing, but we know that he's kind of looking in here today. Enoch Eastep was our tenor sax player. And unfortunately, Enoch was about 30 years ago at the University of Michigan, had some kind of problem, and he is no longer with us, and he passed away at that time. So we've always been in a scramble now trying to get a tenor player, and we also have been in a scramble because we added a bari sax the year after we left here, so the two saxophone players. So we have been very fortunate. I'm going to start over here. In fact, this is a young man, and he has put up with us for the last few days, and we think we've about got him converted. He is going to school up in Joplin at Missouri Southern, and he's going to be a musician, going to do it professionally. Mark Marcules, who is from Stark City in Granby. Let's hear it for Bart. The tenor sax was a difficult one. Driven here from Pascagoula, Mississippi, just to be here today with us to play for you. Jerry Ball on tenor saxophone. This thing would not have happened. Let me give you a little background. Should we make the excuse now? We'll make the excuse now. Folks, what you're about to hear is from a group of guys who probably individually, over the last 30 years, have maybe played their horn a total of 20 hours. Almost all of the guys, a few of us with exceptions, have done other things. Last September, October, somewhere in that time frame, the sister, I'm not going to forget you, the sister of a gentleman up here says, I want to do something special for my brother. She started tracking us down, and she found us from Florida, California. Marianne Miller Eilert, the sister, right over here. Stand up, Marianne. Now, who did she do this for? When I left the band, and the charts that you're going to hear, there was one guy who jumped in and got his feet wet and took over and made this band a really powerhouse. He had special charts, bought, purchased, borrowed, stolen. What else did they do, Rick? Confiscated. Some of the things that he told me, you wouldn't believe how we got the charts. Guy taking a little needle and sticking it in a phonograph and running it over and over and over until he could write it off. This gentleman took it to a next level. And I'm really proud to introduce to you the guy who's going to be kicking it off and running it from the backside up here, our bass player, Rick Eilers. There is a guy that's not going to be performing up here today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tommy Keys. He is Terrible Tom, who was with the original SL8-Noel. Tommy, we're so glad to have you here with us, and we appreciate it. And folks, I am got my arm around a very unique guitar player. And I've got several people up here. Barry will verify this, and Jerry too. This is the only guitar player in the world that can go to sleep on the stand and still strum and never miss a lick. Is that right, Tom?
Well, I guess you could say it.
Okay. Terrible Tom, Tommy Keys. But I am Jimmy Treese, and I did kind of have some fun along the way. I am a retired Chief Master Sergeant, and I ended up with the Air Force Band in Washington, D.C. as the band superintendent there. And so I've had a chance to see a few musicians along the way, and it's been a lot of fun. But you know what? It's not near as much fun as what I've had in the last day. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we're back.